Hello. I thought I would share a couple of mindfulness practices that you may try to apply to certain life situations throughout your day or even to use as a more extended meditation practice, especially during the time of such global unrest and possible fear of illness, fear of uh, financial burden, fear of what the future will bring, fear of family wellness. So, what I'd like to encourage you to consider is that any emotional state, like one of fear or uncertainty or anxiety, could be thought of as made up of smaller, more manageable pieces. So, whereas fear, the state of fear, may feel like one enormous, unwieldy, intense, overpowering, flooding source of force and difficulty, it might also be understood and experienced in real time as being able to be unraveled or untangled into its smaller parts. And what I'd like for you to consider is that those parts could be thought of as being as consisting of thoughts that you hear, thoughts that you see, and then emotionally charged sensations in the body. And that unraveling those three components can be pretty empowering in dealing with something intense like fear. So, if you're in a place to practice this with me for a couple of minutes, go ahead and lengthen your spine and find a posture that you feel is comfortable to maintain for a little while, just for a few minutes. And you can close your eyes. I encourage you to do that for this particular practice. And with your spine lengthened slightly and straightened, do your best to relax your muscles around it, letting maybe your jaws relax and settle, your shoulders soften, and let the muscles of the stomach relax and let the breath move in and out smoothly and effortlessly. And during these few minutes, do your best to let any sounds or sights from your environment where you are just be in the background. And first, do your best to direct your attention to the space just before or just in front of your eyes. Even though your eyes are closed, notice that space just behind your eyelids where you may or may not notice visual thinking happening. That is, you may notice mental images. These are thoughts that you see. And they may come up more or less vividly. They may morph and change. Sometimes they may pass, and sometimes you may notice them be absent altogether. And any of those is fine. Just do your best to keep your attention there in that space where visual thinking happens. And allow yourself to observe it openly in an interested and engaged way, but without getting caught up in a story about it. Good. Now you can drop that and direct your attention to the space in between your ears, inside your head. Place your attention there where any auditory thinking may occur. That is, thoughts that you hear, whether it be mental talk or other mental sounds or mental chatter. Do your best to just let your attention soak into that space where thoughts that you hear may come up. And if you notice them come up, do your best not to resist them, just to let them come, let them grow, and let them go whenever they do. And if you don't notice any mental talk or any mental sound, that's fine too. Just do your best to enjoy the quiet that you may notice there. Good. Now you can drop that and direct your attention down to the body. Still with any sights or sounds in the background, and now with any thoughts that you may notice be in the background too. Just let your attention soak into any sensations that you notice throughout the body. Just observe them in an open way. You can let your attention evenly cover or move around to different places in the body where you notice sensation active. You may notice feelings on the skin or in the muscles, or more deeply in the organs, deeper in the stomach or the chest, for instance. Some of those sensations may be lighter and almost like wisps, barely there. And some may be much more significant, much more full. Some sensations may be more tingly or vibratory, whereas some may be slower, more wave-like. Some sensations may seem to move or shift. Some may seem to be really dense and solid. All of that's fine. Just maintain an even and matter-of-fact attitude toward all of the sensations that you notice. And observe openly as they come and go, anywhere throughout the body. Great. Now you can go ahead and look up or open your eyes. And if you wish to spend a few more minutes in this practice, you can continue to cycle through those spaces or even observe them openly all at once. And I hope that you're able to find ways that you can apply this to different situations in life, or even spend a longer period of time in a meditation session exploring them.